This training is all about how to use the school portal. At this point, this is where the login information of every person is entered from, just from this one point. If as a student I only need to input my admission number and password, it opens the student portal. If I am an admin, I input the admin username and password, it opens the admin portal. As a class teacher or as a subject teacher, I input the my login details, and the respective portal opens up based on user privilege. So I would want to log into an admin section. Let's say I input my username as this and the password. Then I click on login. So I just log into the admin section of the portal. Now these are all of the features of the PentSoft School app. So at this point, I have the admission module. This is the part where the record of every student is being entered from. Now the admission number and the password forms the login information of this child that his or her details is filled up below. So if, for example, let's say the admission number of this student is, okay, let's use this one, PRY 2018 one, and I'm using the password as 1 2 3 4 5 6. Let's say the admission date of this student is 2018, 1st of January 1st. Then the student information, let's use Austin, middle name ADBC, and the surname, let's say Bala. Now I select the class of this student. Let's say, for example, this student is in JSS1 Alpha. I wait for 2 to 3 seconds so that the batch can load, depending on the strength of your internet. The batch is just like the academic section. I select 2017, 2018. If I am in the academic section of 2018, 2019, automatically I will select 2008, 2019. So we need to ensure that the right class is selected and the right academic section or batch is selected. Now the date of birth of this child, let's say, is 2018 04 17th of May 2018 or something of May 2000, let's say 13. The place of birth, let's say Jos. The blood group of the child, if we know that. If we don't know, you just leave it as unknown. Let's say O positive. Nationality, let's say Nigerian. Religion, let's say Christianity. Body, let's say no. Hobbies, reading. We are just filling the form of this child, and let's say this is the address, the country Nigeria, the state Plateau, the zip code 234. We can just use that 234. We actually do not use zip code in Nigeria per se, but because of the fact that we have some schools that use the portal, some international schools that use the portal, that's why we have this here. So by default, you can always input 234. Let's say the city is this. Now this is also very important. The mobile number, it must be in this format, 234 number, because within the portal system there's a part where you can always send bulk SMS to parents if you have SMS credits to parents based on notification of, let's say, school fee payment or any other notification that the school would want to send to the parent. So it is the number that is entered here that gets to receive that SMS. So it's very important that it must be in this format, 234 followed by the number like 23480, 23490, 23470, 23481, and so on and so forth. So let's say we use 234 this 234 for the mobile number. So you can see the structure, then the email, let's say support@pentsoft.com.ng. this is the email address of the parent of Austin Adebisi Bala. So this is also very important to be enable SMS feature, because if you do not enable this, when you send SMS, this parent would not receive the SMS notification sent from the portal. So it has to be clicked to be enabled. Then we scroll down, then select the passport, the photo of the child. For the purpose of this, let's use this photo, and we'll click on open, then submit. So the next page that opens up is the part where we input the parent and guardian details, parent and guardian information. So in case there is any emergency, this information here would be attached to the student profile that we can easily contact in case of emergency. But for the purpose, as soon as this is being filled up, automatically we just scroll down and click on finish. But at this point we would not want to do that. Let me just click on skip. So as soon as I click on skip, what happens is that this child's portal is created immediately. So the login information of this child will be PR2018-1 and the password 13056. Automatically it will then open the child's portal. So let me skip this for now. So when we go to, if I want to do a search for any student within the portal, so let's do a quick search of this student that we just entered his information, this Austin Bala, that we entered information now. So we can do that either from this menu of student or from this section here, student details, any of them. So I click on students. So let me search with the admission number PRY2181 and I click on search. So we can see Austin Bala. So I can click on view profile to see the full profile of this particular student. You can see he's in GSS1 Alpha 2017, all the information that we entered in case of emergency. So if at all if we had filled up that information in the second part of the form, when I click on this, I can get to view the parent's information. So this is just all of the profile details of this particular child. So this is how every student has to be entered, right from the admission module section. So from the admission section, we ensure that we input. You can see now automatically the next admission number changes to 2. So if my school, for example, the name of my school is Hope Academy Schools, I can say, okay, abbreviate it as HAS. So here can be HAS. Then 2018 was the year that the child was admitted. Then this is the serial number that keeps on going on and on and on and on. So it is now the combination of the admission number and the password that forms the login information of the child's details that is entered below. So, and remember that once you select the class, you will wait for like 2 to 3 seconds for the academic section or the batch to load, after which this part is also very important, using this particular structure 234, the number like 23480, as I explained before. Then we also need to enable SMS feature. So we'll now go to the next part of the training. So the next important point we'll be talking about now is the exam report. The exam report. Now in the exam report section, this is the part where the marks are being imputed and also where the admin can generate report cards. Now when I want to impute marks, I go to generate report. So it is from those points that I impute the marks of students. So if I For example, I select GSS1 Alpha. I wait for 2 to 3 seconds, select the academic section, the batch. Then I select the term I want to impute marks for, let's say first term. I select the year, let's say 2000 and, okay, let me select second term, then 2018. So all the students in this class will automatically populate here. So because of the fact that we only have 2 students that have been entered within the portal, that's why for this class, that's why we can only see 2 students. So every student or pupil in the school must be entered from the admission module that we talked about before. So let's say I want to enter for this particular student, Austin Bala. The next thing is for me to click on generate. So it opens up the part where I can impute. Now for this particular section, we can impute for assignment 1, assignment 2, the first continuous assessment test, the second continuous assessment exam. So if I want to impute that of, let's say, this particular kind of test, I just need to click on any of these eye icon. Any I can come to click on, but must be on this particular role. Must be on this particular role. So if I want to impute that of the assignment 1, I click on this eye icon, I open. So I can impute all the marks at once for each of these subjects. So this is for statistics. Let's say this student had 2 for year. Let's say he had 3 in trigonometry, in algebra. Let's say 6 in English language speech. That's 8, and on and on and on and on like that. When I'm done with the last exam, let's say here he had 7, then I can just save. Now this part is where you mark that the character development settings. So if for quality of handwriting this child was excellent, you have to select A based on, this is just based on your grade rating. So for your, let's say, grammatical skills, B, and so on and so forth. So when I'm done with all of these inputs, I just click on save. So the beauty of the portal is once you impute the marks, automatically these marks authenticate on the report sheet of this particular student, Austin Bala. So if I am done with the assignment 2, it's the same process of imputing, right from exam report, then generate report. You select the class, select the batch, select the term, you select the year, and select the particular student you want to impute the marks for. And once you do that, you click on generate, it comes to this section. So when it comes to this section, you can then select any of these eye icon on this particular section for assignment 2. So if I want to impute assignment 2, I open up assignment 2 and begin to impute. Let's say he had 4 year, he had 7 year, and so on and so forth, until we are done with the very last subject, home economics. Then we click on save. Now let's quickly preview this particular report for this student, and you can see there's a quick menu here. We can always see generate report and report center. Report center is the part where we get to view the examination report. There's the report sheet of this part of any student in the school. So I want to open the report center, and you can also find report center also when you click on the exam report. So this is just a quick menu to get to where we are going to. So I want to view the report sheet of Austin Bala in GSS1 Alpha. GSS1 Alpha 2017 2018. Remember the term we chose was second term, and the year is 2018. They will click on search. At this point, it will show all the students in this class. So we want to view that of Austin Bala. To view, we click on this I like icon to view. So as you can see, This is, you can see all the marks we entered: 2, 3, 6, 8, and I think we also included that of the home economics 7. So it is only the marks that is being entered. Every other thing, right from total score down to average, would populate itself. So you can see that 2 plus 4 is 6, 3 plus 7 is 10, 6 plus 9 is 15. Now, because this is within the range of F9, that is why you can say F9. And it's very important to know that, for example, a student for class assignment 1 cannot get 11 because the maximum mark is 10. So now let us now go back to the part where we imputed the marks for. So we want to now enter that of first continuous assessment, and look at from this part, the first continuous assessment maximum mark is 20. So I would want to go back here and click on, and so at this point now, let's say the first continuous assessment test is ready. I just go to the same process, exam report, then generate report. After generate report, you select the class, you wait for 2 to 3 seconds, you select the batch. After selecting the batch, you select the term, select the year. Now it is very important to note, let us go to that section once again. Exam report, then generate report. We select the class JSS1 Alpha, we select the academic section 2007-2018, we select the term. Now if, for example, I select first term, it is important to know for the academic section of 2017-2018, the year that must be selected can't be 2018, it will be 2017, because first term falls within 2017 and 2018 academic section in the year 2017. But if I'm to select, let's say, second term always starts by January 2018. So it means that is for 2017-2018 academic section. It means that our second term would fall under year 2018. Also, if I select third term will also fall under year 2018. Let's say, for example, now we are in the academic section 2018-2019. What it means is that after selecting 2018-2019 year, and we select first term, what it means is that the year we will select for first term would be 2018. But if we are to impute marks for second term, we can't select 2018. We are going to select 2019. That is when it falls under 2018-2019 academic section. I hope this is very clear. So, but for now, we are still, at the time of this training, we are still within this academic section 2017-2018. So I would want to select 2018 because I chose second term. So the student now is Austin Bala. Then I click on generate. So this is just how the marks is being imputed. It is just the mark. So the purpose of the portal is that the teacher can now focus on delivering quality education, while all the workload of computation, calculation, and the whole lies on the portal. So the portal will do all the calculation itself. The portal will do the grading itself. The portal will do the description of the grading itself. The portal will do the class average itself. And what the teacher only need to impute is just the marks, and that's all. So at the point where the marks is imputed, the result is ready immediately, both at the admin end and also at the student end. So now at this point, now I want to impute for first continuous assessment test. Remember that first continuous assessment test is for this particular school, it's over 20. So now let's say he had 15 year, he had 16 year, he was poor year, he had 2, he had, let's say, 19 year. So let's go down to save time. let's say I have 11 here, and I click on save. So I want to go back to these results and check this, the first continuous assessment test. So I'm going to reload this part. So you can see now that the marks we imputed 15, 16, 2 and 19. Now it is still failed. We can still see failed because it has not left the range, the grading range of above. It still falls under the F9 and fail category. So we'll still go back to our portal, to the generate report section, and at this point, let's say the second assessment is ready. Let's say here, remember second continuous assessment for this school is also over 20. So let's say here this student had 9, the student had 11 here, had for 15 here, 16 here, and let's stop here and click on save. So I'll go back to my results and try and refresh to see what would display under the category. So let me reload this page. We can see 9, 11, 15, 16. Now, if for example the exam is now ready, remember the exam is, the maximum mark for exam is 40. So we'll still go through the same process of generate reports. Exam report, generate report, select the class, select the batch, select the term, select the year, and select the student you want to impute marks for. So at this point the exam is ready. I can click on any of the eye icon here. I can come here and say let me click here to enter that of the exam. It will still open this same page. So let's say in this part he had 23, he had 39, it was very good here, over 40. He had 25 here. Let's say this part was just 19 over 40, and I click on save. So let me go back and reload this page so I can see what will display here. So you can see at this point now, you can see some changes now. Automatically it changes itself. So if you check the grading scale for this school, it will show you that within a range to another range, that 53 is E8 and it's fair. Within a range to another particular range, 76 is C5 and it's credit, and so on and so forth. So automatically you can see that it updates itself automatically. It updates itself. So what the teacher only need to do is just to impute these marks, impute the marks, and every other thing compute itself. So this is just how to view the report and how to generate the report. So let me go through the process once again. The process is from exam report. To impute the marks, you click on generate report. To view the result from the admin end, you click on report center. So if I want to click on generate report for the second student, I click on generate report, and I select the class. I wait for like 2 to 3 seconds. I select the academic section. Okay, let me select something else. I'll wait for it to load. Alright, academic section. I select the term, second term. I select the year 2018. So I want to impute for this first student, Austin author. I just click on Austin's author's profile and click on generate. So automatically I get to see Austin's author's section where I can impute his mark. So if the class assignment 1 is ready, I click on any of this eye icon. If the class assignment 2 is ready, I click on any of this eye icon within this rule and impute the marks down to exam. When I am done, automatically the result is ready just immediately. Now if I want to view the report sheet, you can always see a quick menu equipment report center, or you go straight to exam report and click on report center. The same process, exam report, you select the class, select the badge, select the term, unlike that of the generate report that you can see an extra column called student, but in this part it will display all the students at once in this class, on each of them on their separate line. So if I want to view that of, let's say, Austin Author, it's just for me to click on this eye icon in front of Austin Author, and it will open Austin Author results. So at this point there is no mark entered. You can see now, you can see position number 2, because there are only 2 students in this class. The first is Austin Author and the other is Austin Bala. So an Austin Bala, we've entered marks for him. You can see, if you check his result for Austin Bala, you'll see position 11111, meaning that for this subject he has number 1 position, and this one has number 2 position. Number 2 position in the subject. So this is just how the exam report works. Now, under the same exam report, if we want to compute the comment, the class teacher's comment, remark, and principal's remark, we can always do that from still on exam report, and we'll see comments. So I click on comment, and if it is the class teacher's comment, you can click on class teacher's comment, select the class, let's say JSS1 Alpha. Since we have 2 students there, we select the academic section, then we don't need this automatically select itself, then the term, second term. So all the students in this class populate. So if I want to add, like I want to add a customized comment, author was very hard working. Austin Bala needs to put in more effort. So when I'm done, I just need to click on submit. So it will authenticate on their individual reports for the term and academic section. So this is just how to impute the comments, generate report, and view report from the admin section. We are still going to log into Austin Bala's portal and get to view the report sheet also from his own end. So let us still go back to the dashboard and talk about the finance module. So this is the finance module. Now it is very important to note that when setting the finance, there are 2 kinds of fees within the portal. I mean, 2 kinds of fee settings. One, we have the student basic fees, and we have the other services fees. Now the student basic fees is that particular fees that is common to every student in that particular class. It's a generalized fees. Like, for example, every child or every student must pay tuition fee. Every child and every student must pay development fee, the developmental fee, or whatever the case. But for other services, these are other services that some students use and another student do not use. For example, let's say transportation. If I live close to the school, I would not want to use transportation services. But a child that lives far away from the school might choose to go for transportation services. So what it means is that the total fees payable by the student that use the transportation service will be more than that of the student that do not use the transportation service. So this is why we have the student basic fees and other services fees. So now let's say we want to set the student basic fees. We click on student basic fees. First and foremost, we need to create the fees category. What are the fees category? The fees category are, like, for example, tuition fee. What are the components that makes up the school fees? For example, we have, let's say, tuition fee, we have developmental fee, let's say we have a particular kind of levy. So this is where each of this category is created from. So we first of all create the category. So let's say we have school fee. One of those kind of school fees that is being paid is tuition fee. So basically all the settings of this finance is always done by us. So we expect every school to give us this information, because we don't like any mistake from any point. So we'd always get this record from you and do the settings ourselves. But after doing the settings, if for example a child pays his or her school fees, what you just need to do is just to click on collect the fees. From collect the fees section, that is where you can select the particular class. So you select the class, select the batch, the class, select the term, and so on and so forth. So this has not been set here, that's why you can't see term. So at the end of the day, it shows where you can impute the amount that the child paid. So let me just quickly do the settings of the term so that we can see how it looks like. Okay, I've just set the term. So let me go back to collect the fees again from the finance module, student basic fees, then collect the fees. I choose the academic section, I choose the class, I select the term, first term which I just set, and the student, let's say Austin Bala. I have not set anything, the bill, that's why you can't see any amount here. But this is the part where you impute the amount that was paid. So let's say this student paid a certain amount, let's say 10,000 naira or 20,000 naira. So this is where I put the amount, and this is where I put the teller number or transaction. Once I am done, I just need to click on submit. On clicking on submit, it will record this payment. What I just need to do next is to go and click here to print receipt. So I can go and print the receipt of this payment, and this record will always be here. If at any point there is a mistake within during entering this part, then the school will have to contact us so that we can update or delete the record from the database. So when I want to print the receipt of this payment, I click here to print receipt. So I just need to select the class, select the academic section, and the particular student that paid, Austin Bala. So automatically it will show the record. It is because no payment has been made, that's why we can't see any record there. Just in front here, we'll get to see a view icon that we can click to view and see the full receipt of payment. So like I said, these settings would always be done by us. The records are always done. So the only thing you just do from your own end is just to impute the amount that was paid for a particular child in a particular class. So let me quickly talk about, under the finance, the other section called the other services fees. Other services fees. Now, just like we also do these settings also from our own end, the category and the service fee from our own end, the only thing you need to do from your end, from the school, is to assign the fee to a particular student. So once we have created the category, just to click on the class, that is from finance, other services fee, then assign fee to student. It comes down to this section. Then I select the term, first term, and I select the student, Austin Bala. So, but because I have no record, that's why I can't see. So when I have this category created, let's say transportation, I'm going to see transportation under this category and a checkbox in front of it. So I can click on the checkbox and assign. So what it then means is that for Austin Bala, his total fees payable will be fees from the general fees plus the amount here would be his total fees payable in the collect fees section. So like I said, the settings will be done by us, the categories will be created by PentSoft, the amount will be done by PentSoft. What you just do from your own end is to assign the fees to the students and also collect the fees. So this is all about the finance module. So the next thing we'll be talking about is the human resources. Now, just the same way that the student is entered from the admission module, in the same way the employee, the staff, is entered also from the human resources section. So from the human resource section, it opens this section. Then we need to click on employee management. Employee management, then employee admission. So every teacher information must be entered from this end, from this point. So the employee number and the password automatically forms the login information of this particular teacher. So let's say, for example, now we have EMP 2181. This teacher was admitted 01/01/2018. The password 123456. Now we're going to take note of two things here. Now we're going to take note of this admission number for student Austin Bala. His admission number is PRY 2181 and password was 123456. So let's take note of this teacher to also teacher EMP 2181 and password 123456. Okay, so let's call this teacher Michael Cyrus Aminu. Date of birth, use anything. Just married, Nigerian, Christianity, role. This person is a class teacher. Now, very important, we have class teacher and we have subject teacher. Now, class teacher is like form master or form mistress. Then we also have subject teachers that teach a particular subject or group of subjects. Sometimes a class teacher can also be a subject teacher. What it means is that you have to create a profile for that person as a class teacher. You also have to create a profile for that person as a subject teacher. So what it means is that this particular teacher would have two login information. Also, this part is also done by us. It's also done by us. So the stress of you doing all of this lies on us. The responsibility lies on us. So we would always send you a form where you need to give us list names of the teachers and the subject and the class that they teach, so that we can assign them properly. But this is just from this point that the subject teacher is being imputed from.